Hey, yo, what is good, guys? Welcome back to another video. NextGen Wealth Tips here. Going to tell you guys the stocks to be looking at this week. Okay, with earnings and stuff like that coming up, there's some decent stocks I recommend looking at. But before we talk about earning stocks, I want to talk about some decent stocks that might be moving a decent amount. So Tesla. Why look at Tesla? Elon Musk recently came out with some better news with Robotaxi and the robots and just better outlook for this stock. So I do want to look at it to the upside this week, but also to the downside too. With the tariffs coming out, we do got tariffs coming out, and a lot of stocks can be affected by that too. So keep that on your mind and on your radar while investing into some of these stocks. But the tariffs can drag the stock market down. As you guys can see, if we open up the spy chart, we kind of like the tariffs were kind of getting underlooked at a little bit, and kind of people were saying that it's not going to be as bad as we thought. So you're kind of looking like a bullish trend upwards. But then recently we came out with the tariffs news, and we kind of just been dying down, and we do got gaps to fill to the downside. So I think the SPY down to the 594 level a little bit more, maybe down even more. So keep that on your mind. With that being said, Tesla is one of those stocks I want to look at to both sides because I think they can move both ways. Again, NVIDIA, of course, everybody looks at NVIDIA, most moving stock. But with that being said, we do got the tariffs news coming out, and also Trump and the CEO of NVIDIA recently had a meeting. So this can really move the stock upwards or downwards, depending on how it goes. They were just talking about the exports to China and a little bit more about the competition of AI and where the US stands. Next one I want to talk about is Amazon. Amazon, they got earnings coming up this Thursday. So keep that on your mind and keep that on your radar because this can really move the stock upwards or downwards. But we were kind of consistently going bullish and then kind of dying down just a little bit more coming up, and then dying down with the tariff news because Amazon will be highly affected with the tariffs too. So keep that on your mind, going down to the downside a little bit more and maybe bouncing up with earnings. Next one I want to look at is Apple because Apple, they recently had earnings, but then the gap filled downwards. With that being said, I do want to look at it either filling the gaps downwards even more and or going up again. So this is an up or down stock too, just depending on how it moves. Don't rush in any of these trades. Just watch how it moves and move based on how the stock is moving. Next stock I really want to look at is MSTR because MSTR moves big with Bitcoin. They also have earnings coming up the 5th. So keep that on your mind too. But with that being said, depending on how Bitcoin moves, MSTR and Coinbase moves with it. But I've been looking at MSTR a lot because they have big holdings and they just been moving way more. So keep that on your mind and on your radar. Also, next one, of course, is Palantir because Palantir has earnings coming up too. And I think we could do decent with earnings and maybe even break past that $90 level if we do good. So keep Palantir on your mind. And Palantir has been kind of holding up pretty strong. It died down to like 60, but then it's been consistently building up. A little die down, but then been building up even more. It did have a little sell off with that with the tariff news, but with that being said, we didn't even die down that much. So this is just like a safe stock to hold right now, and they have long term growth. So keep that on your mind. Another stock is AMD. AMD has earnings. They have been consistently dying down, showing consistent bearish trends. So with that being said, we can either stop the bearish trend or keep on going down. So AMD is a decent one to peep. Last but not least, Google. Google has earnings, but Google has been pretty decent. I mean, it's been decent. It's been okay, but we've been getting some great news with Google, and we actually broke a new high recently. So we could either keep going up to the upside and or fill the gaps downwards. But with that being said, thanks for watching the video. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you guys are new. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.